Well, it's your man Andre Rocks, aka Shegun Agwu, the American refugee. It is a beautiful day here in Oyibi, Ghana, and life is just beautiful. Life is beautiful. I'm making this video because many of you are upset with me because it's been over a year since I've updated you on my lawsuit against the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, as well as the lawsuit against Chris Noko and James Dunn in their individual capacity as sheriff and deputy sheriff. So let's recap. 14 months ago, we argued our case in front of the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Let me explain what we argued. So the district judge, the district federal judge, heard our motion. Heard their motion, rather, to give them qualified immunity. They, of course, applied for qualified immunity in the illegal arrest of me, Marcus Johnson. The federal judge, excuse me, denied them qualified immunity. And if you go back to my previous videos, you can see why they were denied qualified immunity. They immediately appealed. Law enforcement has a prerogative to not wait until the end of the trial. They can appeal a motion immediately. So they took their prerogative and they appealed immediately to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. 14 months ago, we had that case heard in front of the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, and we said our piece, and we are praying that the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals upholds the federal judge's ruling that Deputy Dunn, Sheriff Noko, and the Pasco County Sheriff's Department are not entitled to qualified immunity. The reason I have not given you any updates in the last 14 months is not because I dropped the case when I came to Africa, because I didn't. Not because I've forgotten about the case. It's because I have nothing to update you on. We are in the exact same position that we were in 14 months ago. We still have not received a ruling from the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. We are waiting for that ruling from the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. If they rule in our favor, which we are hopeful that they will, if they follow the law, they will rule in our favor. Then the case is brought back down to the district court. We will go to discovery, then depositions, and then we will have a trial. If the case does not settle before then, I doubt that the case will settle because I have no interest in settling. I want my day in court. Y'all know me. But I want to say this. For me, waiting 14 months just to have a ruling on a motion isn't really a problem. As you guys can see, I'm loving life regardless. I'm enjoying Africa. But I'm looking at the guy who maybe makes $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, who was illegally arrested and now possibly lost their job, and they need to be made whole, because that's what this whole thing is about, is making people whole. They need to be made whole as soon as possible. See, it's been, in 3 days, it will be 5 years since I was arrested. 5 years. And we haven't even brought this case anywhere close to trial yet. It will be another roughly 3 years before this case is brought to trial, at least. Can you imagine if you're depending on this justice for your livelihood to be waiting 5 and 8 years? That in itself is injustice. Even if you win the case, just the fact that you have to go through all of this, many people can't afford to take a case like this to trial. And this is how these police departments across the nation are getting away with this. The legal fees involved in a case like this are astronomical. Many people can't afford justice. I want you to think about that for a minute. Many people can't afford justice. And that in itself is an injustice. So the update is simple. There is no update. But The reality is 5 years and at least 3 more to go. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. I'm out.